Public Throwing back on this channel, and today you saw the thumbnail, you saw the title. We are talking about the latest and greatest DJI Osmo Pocket 3. Quick shout out to my fiance, who I'm pretty sure y'all can see in the background. She got this for me for Christmas, and she also got it for us for our content. Speaking of which, go ahead and subscribe. I'll leave it down below in the description. She essentially got it for me as I needed a new vlogging camera, and as you guys know, I promoted this camera on this channel before, the Sony ZV-1, which is still my current vlogging camera. This might change the game. This is the DJI Osmo Pocket carrying case, which has the Osmo Pocket in it, and it also has other stuff that we're gonna get into in a second. But she got the creator combo, so we're gonna go over everything that it comes with, and I'll go over the pros and cons of what this camera can do and its capabilities. So when opening the package, I put this in the carrying case that it comes with. This is like a case protector. We have the Osmo Pocket 3 right here. It's very, very lightweight, very small, and this is the carrying case that it comes with. It also comes with a tripod. DJI Osmo Pocket at the bottom, it does not have a tripod, screw in, so it does come with this piece as well that you attach to the bottom, so that way you can screw the tripod in. This is also a battery extender. This also charges the DJI Osmo Pocket, but then you can also extend the battery's life. So the Osmo Pocket has a battery within itself, so all you gotta do is flip the screen and it turns on, and it has its own battery. If you need more hours on this thing, you can charge this, which is pretty much like a portable charger, but then also a battery extender. So if your Osmo Pocket is about to die, just attach this and poof, you got your Osmo Pocket charging and you got more battery life. So I thought that was like a dual combo that DJI really put together well. Then it also comes with the transmitter, which is the mic that you could attach. It also comes with a clip magnet, so it's easy to attach to your shirt, or you want to attach it to somewhere. It's magnetic so that your mic stays in place. And it's wireless, so you don't have to necessarily be right next to the DJI. And you can have crispy audio coming out of this. And lastly, it comes with a charger, and it also comes with a clip on that you can put towards the DJI Osmo Pocket so that you carry in hand a little bit easier so that you don't lose it. I didn't necessarily attach mine just because it's a little tricky to put on, but I'll probably figure that out. So now getting into it, what are the pros and cons of the DJI Osmo Pocket 3? I would say, starting with the pros, it's super lightweight, it's compact. I know a lot of creators that want to get into content creation and they are super afraid of the public. They don't want people to know that they're recording something. If they're trying to vlog and they're trying to talk to themselves, it looks very awkward in a public setting. With the DJI Osmo Pocket 3, it makes that so much easier. Now granted, I've already said on this channel before, it's unavoidable to vlog and be a content creator without people looking at you weird. Obviously, it's still somewhat new. Content creation and recording yourself has been around for generations. However, in terms of vlogging and recording yourself, that's still something people are getting used to. So I think with the DJI Osmo Pocket 3, it not only helps you to record content being very sleek, but you're able to record things that you normally couldn't because of a big camera and is very noticeable. Whereas this, it's literally like in your hand. It's smaller than an iPhone. So carrying this in your hand is not awkward at all. You still get good quality audio from it. You get a 2-inch touchscreen, which can record vertically and horizontally just by flipping the screen. And it's super cool. It also records 4K 60, but you can also bring it down to 1080p. Now, if you flip it around and you're recording TikTok content on this, it will drop down to 3K opposed to 4K, but 3K still looks good. It's better than your iPhone, in my opinion, at least the front camera. You can have options to where it follows you around and it tracks your face so that whenever you move, the gimbal moves with you. And then lastly, I would say the biggest thing I can talk about on this camera that is super clean, especially for my video editors, is the fact that it shoots in D-Log. Now, I know a lot of cameras out there, especially the older ones, maybe past 2020 and below, normally doesn't come with log footage. And by log, I mean a picture profile to where it shoots very flat so that in editing, you have more control of your color corrections and your color grading. A lot of cameras don't shoot that, including the one I'm shooting on right now, which is the 7D Mark II. So the fact that this light, sleek, compact camera can shoot D-Log so that you get more of a dynamic range in your footage. I can't say much else about this camera. This camera is super affordable. This camera is beginner friendly, and it's also like one of the best vlogging cameras out there right now, in my opinion. I will say the best settings for this camera, one I just mentioned before, is to shoot in D-Log. A lot of people are not video editors, they just want to be content creators. So if you're not worried about your picture super clean, or you want to change the colors in your video, then don't worry about shooting in log. But for somebody that wants to get the most out of this camera, especially for my high-tech or high-end video creators, shoot in D-Log. That is the biggest thing I can tell you, just because you get the most out of that color, and you also have room to wiggle and play around with the different colors that you want to try out. Also, I would say to shoot in FPV mode. That is the setting for the gimbal to kind of have free range to where you move around. It doesn't necessarily like lose its place, but it's still able to move around. You don't want it to be very stagnant. Based on the settings that you put in the gimbal and how it follows you, the footage can look different than like a regular point and shoot or a DSLR. So if you want the camera to look like a DSLR but still get that, you know, 4K quality, and still shoot with the DJI Osmo Pocket, I would say to shoot in FPV mode. And lastly, I would tell you to get a wide angle lens. Now the Creator Combo does come with one. It's a very, very small adjustment that makes a huge difference, especially in vlogging. Vlogging requires wide angle lens. And while this camera out of pocket is not terrible in terms of the, you know, visuals that you get, having a wide angle just opens that field up a little bit more so that you're able to capture more in the video. And it's very simple. All you got to do is attach it. It's very magnetic. Now, when you're turning off the camera, make sure to take the lens off before you turn it off, because I've tried it before where I turned it off with the lens on and the gimbal didn't know how to close itself. So it left it out like this. And when storing it in your bag, the lens can get scratched up. It can break. And lastly, I just want to talk about who this camera is for. Now, I'm not going to all the praise in the world because there is certain limitations with this camera. For example, the battery life. To me, I've recorded 4K quality footage, I think 60 frames a second. And I got maybe like an hour and a half out of it before it started to die. So I would say if you're a content creator that's more so indoors, you're recording content like this, I would not recommend this camera. You're very limited in terms of how much time you can record. This is very, very well for YouTube. This is very well for TikTok. It's very well for YouTube Shorts. So if you're a TikTok creator and you don't want to focus on YouTube at all, you can get this as well to kind of alleviate your phone storage and just go with this, and you still get 3K quality footage. This also takes a micro SD card, which most DSLRs and mirrorless cameras don't take. They take the regular size SD cards. So keep that in mind too. You can go larger with storage. I think right now I have a 512 gigabyte micro SD in here. However, you can go to a terabyte. You can go to 2 terabytes if you want to. I would recommend more storage, especially if you're willing to shoot 4K for a long period of time, just because 4K footage is very, very large. Outside of that, this shoots 10-bit. In D-Log. So if you're shooting 10-bit D-Log and in 4K, storage space is going to be very, very important, because if you go low, you're probably going to get maybe like 5 minutes of footage before that storage space becomes full. Now, this camera has been out for a year, almost 2, and I would say I would recommend this camera for anybody, even the ones that I just mentioned, you know, who are more indoors and shooting larger content. I would say to use this as like maybe a backup camera or maybe like a plan C camera. But for those who are going outside recording, if you're traveling, if you're doing a lot of movement, I would definitely recommend buying this. Still to this day, this is probably the best vlogging camera that you can get, especially for those content creators who are just starting out, or content creators who are really, really awkward and scared when it comes to being in public or being out in big settings. I promise you it will do you justice, and you would have the most fun shooting in this camera. I only had this for a few days and I've had the most fun so far, so I can imagine all the footage I'm going to get out of this. Yeah, if you're thinking about the Osmo Pocket 3, this is me telling you, go get it. I recommend it. It's super sleek. It's one of the best out there. And trust me, I've tried a lot of cameras when it comes to vlogging, so I know what I'm talking about when I talk about this. Well, all that being said, guys, thank you so much for watching. Make sure to subscribe again if you loved the video. I appreciate you so much for coming to the end with me. Until the next video, I'll see you guys.